Okay, I think I may be live, and I know it said at the opening midday prayer. This is not midday prayer. I am just wrapping up midday prayer from the front porch, live from the vicarage, and I'm down here in the Gulf Coast. What can I tell you? We're going to be hit by Hurricane Zeta today. It looks like it's going to be a direct hit where I am. God be praised, it's only a Category 1 and it's fast moving. You know, it's kind of like saying it was only a mild heart attack. But at any rate, where we are right now is it's gusty and a little drizzly, and I thought I'd come to the virtual airwaves, see if we can get some folks on and enjoy a pipe with me. If you bear with me, I'm going to try and tweet this out to Twitter and see if we can get some folks on board. And I'm also going to see if I can set my phone up so that I can see if anybody's on live with me and chatting. So just bear with me a moment if you don't mind. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Here I am on my channel. Let's see if I'm actually live on my phone, if I can find that or not. Now it looks like I am, because over here it looks like I've got Rob Austin, Johnny Osprey in Rhode Island, pipe and cigar smoking vets, and good, we got stay safe. Thank you, Rob. Dave Camargo is with us. Appreciate those prayers, David. Cliff Higgins, hello, Padre, he says. Good, so it looks like this is all working, which is wonderful news. And now I've got it showing up on my phone. Let me see if I can do a share or copy link. Oh, let's just do share directly to Twitter. Will it let me do that? It will. I'm going to tweet that out, and maybe some of my Twitter friends will come on over as well. Okay, so now I think I can pay my attention back to, let me find YouTube back on the phone here. Let me see how I see live chat. There it is. All right. Last live chat I see is my brother Cliff Higgins saying he's praying for me, and I am extremely appreciative of that. Again, all things considered, this is a Cat 1, moving fast. The thing is, it's going to be a direct hit on us. So the weather forecast I saw a little over an hour ago, local meteorologist said that around 3:30 is when kind of all heck is going to break loose. So he said around 1:30, which is only 30 minutes from now, 28 minutes from now, is when we're really going to start to see a deterioration in our weather where we are. And then between 3:30 and 7:30, so about a 4-hour window, is when the actual bulk of the storm will be moving over our area. And with that, again, as a direct hit, he expects that we will have the eye over us around 6 o'clock. So, you know, the eye of the storm is, it looks like everything is clear. Sometimes those eyes are so well developed, I mean, you get a bright blue sky and such. So that will be kind of neat to see. The problem with that is it's only half over at that point. The good news, again, it's quick moving. By midnight tonight, this storm is, you know, all its leftover factions and fractions are going to be out of our area. There'll be somebody else's problem, and hopefully it'll be weakened by then. That's the other thing about this. Coming in at a Cat 1, it's before making landfall, it's coming over a cooler Gulf than what it, you know, was over. And that's because we've had cool fronts come through and such, and the water temperatures drop. But because of its fast forward motion speed, that cooler water doesn't have as much time to actually kind of weaken it. So now it is humid today. It is muggy and breezy with occasional gust. I apologize if the microphone gets a little gusty sounding at times. But the good news on this is I think on Friday we're supposed to be getting a cool front through here. Dry weather, sunny, feeling good. So, you know, it is what it is. That's just the story of life. Ups and downs, and what else are you going to do but pack a corn cob. I know it's Wednesday. I know it's not Corn Cob Tuesday, but here's the deal. I wanted something different today, so I opted to go with some Samuel Gawith Grousemore, which I've not had in quite a while. This is my kind of go-to when you want something different, and I have, because this has got a Lakeland's essence to it, I have a pipe that I've dedicated to that. It's a beautiful Eric Nording freehand that actually Mark VV gifted to me many years ago, and I dedicated that pipe, number one, because it smokes this blend so well, but number two, if it's going to go something, you know, I've got that one pipe for it. So I chose, unfortunately, that pipe is at the office. As you can see, I'm at home right now. So I chose a corn cob. I'm hoping I don't do too much damage. And the other thing at the office I wanted to, unfortunately, I've got to do a more proper box opening on this. If you stand with me, I'll get back to that. Let me just check in and see who we've got online with us. Jason Patton says, hello, how are you doing? Some C&D Crooners blend. You've got a little hankering for the deer tongue. That's another one when I'm looking for something different. That's another good go-to. Picking and Piping's with us. Hi there. Let's see. Pipe and Bees. I need reading glasses to read this phone. Little Fat Morgan says hi all. And cool is cool. Amen to that. We need a little cool. So we got 16 folks on with us right now, and that is good news. I'm going to go ahead and light up, but let me tell you this. I was going to the phone actually to open up Instagram because there's someone who sent me a package and their handwriting is worse than mine, if that's possible. So I didn't know who it was from, and they gave me some samples of tobacco and wrote on little baggies, and I couldn't even read that. And then I remembered someone had contacted me via Instagram to give me that heads up. That sound overhead that you're about to hear, or you may already be hearing, is not a tornado. The airport is several miles west of me, but when bad weather comes in, my house, depending upon how the wind is blowing, my house actually becomes one of the alternate paths for takeoffs. And so in this kind of wind, when you hear that engine revving and such, and it could sound like even a train, you think, oh, it's a tornado. It's an aircraft, and it's safe. It's all well. So let me see if I can get back into Instagram and find where Byron has yeah, so here it is. So Byron sent me some samples, and again, Byron, I apologize if you're watching this video at some point that I don't have them. They're at church. They're in the office, so I can't do a proper box opening. But he sent me some stuff that I have never had before, and I appreciate that. He sent, let's see, Solani 660, Ken Byron Ventures Verge engine, or is it Verge engine? I'm not quite sure how that's pronounced, but he speaks very highly of that blend, as well as Ken Byron Ventures Byronic Fragments. So, and then he also made note, and this wasn't in my batch, but he had just gotten, when he was when we were talking on Instagram, he had just gotten some Verge, or again Verge, I don't know how it's pronounced, engine overdrive, and he said that is the cat's pajamas, which I think means that's good stuff. So again, thank you, Byron. I do owe you a more proper box opening when I have access to that. I'm going to go ahead and boy, it's starting to get gusty and windy right when I want to light my pipe. Clearly one of the most unique flavored blends out there. Samuel Gawith's Grousemore. When you want something different, at least when I want something different, this is one of those go-tos for me. Another one from the Gawith collection that's really unique for me, much more of an aromatic, is that black, it's called Black Forest. That is another I've only had that maybe 3 or 4 times, but it's such a unique blend. I've forgotten how good this is. So flavorful, and it really does lend itself to just a sip. It's all you really need is a sip, and you get the beautiful flavors that it has to offer. Here comes the wind. I'm really fearful it's going to heat this pipe up. I'm not even sure the windscreens work so well. Get a hurricane come through here. Listen, I'm not in any danger. I know you see my curly locks are blowing. It's at the moment, that's all it is. A couple hours from now, again, it's 10 after 1. The meteorologist says 3:30 is when we're in for it. From 3:30 to 7:30, it's gonna be pretty bad. I just hope we don't lose power. Let me check in and see who's with us and who's talking and chatting. Well, looks like the last post I see is "Cool is Cool" from Cliff Higgins. So, but I'd actually inadvertently hit the pause button too. So, let me see if I can go over here. And that still looks like the last one. So good. All right. I know someone said they're enjoying some C&D Crooner. Cellrod 55. Hi there. And anybody else got anything? Looks like we're up to 18 viewers at the moment. It's not bad for a Wednesday afternoon unannounced. Anybody else have anything in the bowl right now that they're enjoying? Want to share it with us and tell us what they've got going this afternoon? I wish I had a cup of black coffee to go with this. And perhaps I'll have one when I go back inside, but I don't at the moment. But almost as good is a nice diet ginger ale. And the reason I have that is when I was setting up for midday prayer, which I did at 12:15, around 11:45 I started setting up, and it was not just muggy out here, it was hot at the time. It has since cooled off as these, you can't see, I'm pointing, but as this cloud coverage really starting to set in with some of these early feeder bands from Hurricane Zeta. And as the wind has picked up, that's cooled it down just a little bit too. Although just so dag-blasted muggy. Dixie beer, good for you. You know, Ms. Benson, Gail Benson, is the owner of the New Orleans Saints. She also owns Dixie Beer. And they're talking about renaming Dixie Beer, which, you know, political correctness run amok. It really is. It's kind of sad. I just want to go over to my weather app and see if I can get a temperature. I would imagine it's now about 78, 79. Close. 80 degrees. Which is bearable when the sun's not out. I always get a kick out of this. We got a hurricane coming here in a few hours, right? And if I go to my hourly forecast, it shows the little, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you see that little wind banner? It says breezy. Yeah. Got a hurricane coming down. It's gonna be breezy. Thank you, Weatherbug, for stating the obvious. So, you know, things around here today sort of shut down. Everything's kind of closed as we make way for this storm. Again, the storm is going to be a quickie, and that's good news. Oh yeah, Cellrod 55. They're looking to change the name from Dixie. It's silly. Got OBX Piper in the house. Yeah, he says you guys have had a rough go of it this summer and fall. and this has been one of the most active hurricane seasons in the Atlantic Basin, in general. But down where I am, in Louisiana, I think we may have set a record with Zeta, or maybe we set it before then. This is like the 7th, it might be the 8th, either the 7th or 8th time that the Louisiana coastline has been in the crosshairs for tropical activity in one season. So we really just have been in that bad spot. And it happens I remember Florida one year was just getting walloped left and right. But once they run out of the alphabet, they go A through Z. But there's several letters that they don't have. I don't think they have a Z name. I don't think they have a Q name. There's several missing. And when they get through that, then what they do is they move to the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma. Is Zeta number 4? Anyway, hopefully we don't make it to Omega. I know enough Greek to know that that's the last letter of the alphabet. Why? Well, because Jesus said, I am the Alpha, the first, and the Omega, the last. Okay. Oh, this grouse more so good. So good. Alright, so I imagine a lot of you guys... Takio! Good to see you, my friend. I have not forgotten about you. I have something that I've been working on. I've got to finish it, and it's going to be coming your way. Love the pipe, very cool. He says, I remember a terrible air crash, and yeah, it was not only out of Kenner, it actually went down in Kenner. One of my very best friends in high school lived on Fairfield, and this went down basically in the backyard across the street from his house, and he witnessed it. So he had a really bad case of post-traumatic stress disorder. Everybody on that plane perished. Some people on the ground perished. It was horrible. That was in 1980. I think it was 1981. It was before the days where they were able to detect wind shear and microbursts. And so this aircraft, I think it was a 737 or 727, was taken off going to Las Vegas. Direct flight to Las Vegas for gamblers, summertime. People were going to have a good time. And it got off the runway. It got hit by that microburst wind shear, and it just dropped it. I mean, it just literally just pushed it down to the ground. It didn't get very far from the airport at all. Horrible thing. The expected storm surge. That is a very good question, and I don't know the actual answer to that, and I'll tell you why. I'm far enough inland where I am that's never really a concern for me. But it really is going to depend on the angle that the storm is taking and how it's, hitting the coast. And they've covered that. It's not that the answer's not out there. I don't know it. But that's always a concern. It's for me, it's more of a concern just over time because of the coastal erosion that storm surge results in. From that, it's a horrible environmental impact on us. All right. Takio's also smoking. We got two folks smoking crooners today, and he's got his in a church warden. OBX Pipers on the Carolina coast. Yeah, y'all have. You only had one this year, huh? Lucky you. And David says that Houston lucked out this year, but. What was it, just 2017 that y'all had Harvey? Was that the one that just kind of, and I'm not even sure, was Harvey even a hurricane or was it just tropical storm? It doesn't matter because if that's the one I'm thinking of, it just sat there. It just dumped water, didn't move, dumped. Wasn't that 2017 or wasn't that Harvey? You can let me know. Pipe and cigar smoking vet says he hadn't seen us in the GAW. Okay. I'm going to have to check that out. I've been a little bit absent, so I'll check out your gaw. Mark in Rhode Island's with us. Pipe Smoking Cafe's with us. And thank you guys. Definitely staying safe. Takeo, this is just a country gentleman that's been decked out with a forever stem. And this is my favorite forever stem. Absolutely beautiful blue. We're up to 21 on. By the way, I've got a gaw going on right now too, and I wish I were better organized to tell you like what all the rules are, but the video before this one, if you watch that with Mark Vivi and I, the gist of it is this is October and I'm celebrating my 5th year on YouTube in the YTPC. It was October 2015 that I first put up a video. So 5 years as a presenter, and what's going to happen, if it hasn't happened already, it may have, I can check the phone for stats. Honestly, if it hadn't happened yet, this video with 21 people on is going to put me over. I'll have 1 million watch hours. I was just a few hundred, not watch hours, minutes. I was just a few hundred minutes away from it the last time I checked. So it's kind of a double doozy celebration, 1 million watch minutes and 5 years. And if you go to my last video, there's a link in there that you can participate in the giveaway. And what you'll do is click the link. It'll bring you over to a Briar Report page. It'll ask you for your first name, your email address, and it'll ask you to pick a number, 1 through 1 million. And then what we're going to do when we draw, we're going to use a random number generator, which will pick a number 1 through 1 million. Whoever's closest to the number that the random number generator picks, without going over, it's the Price is Right rules. Whoever's number is closest without going over will be the winner. And the winner is actually going to pick up a commemorative 5-year, 1 million minute commemorative Padre Piper pipe, hand carved by Professor Walker of WPC Pipes. And you can check him out, WPCpipes.com. Prof does some wonderful, wonderful work. I have a Prince I was smoking just last night. I was smoking the Prince I got from him with Prince Albert in it and totally enjoying it. So that's what the grand prize will be. Now, there's another prize that's going to be given away, compliments of Briar Report. I don't know how we're going to give that away yet, but it is a gift card to, oh Lord, I hope I got this right. It's a gift card. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't remember exactly. It's one of two, and I don't want to say the wrong company, and I don't think Phil's on with us to help me out. But it'll be a gift card to a hobby place of ours. I don't want to say the wrong name, and I don't think Phil's with us. I think I know which one it is, but I don't want to mess up. So we'll have a gift card as like a second prize as well. When is it going to close? I don't know. I'm just not that organized right now. It's one thing after another right now with storms and with, you know, up until a couple of days ago, a big part of my ministry that, you know, it's the kind of stuff you don't really account for time-wise, has been trying to help our brothers and sisters in the western part of our state because they've gotten hit twice by major storms this year. Most recently by Delta, which was not as bad. I think it was only a Cat 2, but 6 weeks prior to that, they were hit by, gosh, I don't know. Was it Hurricane Laura, I think? I lose track. It's just been such a busy year. And so I've just not felt organized where I've even got the rule. In fact, when you go to the site Phil set up, and I apologize if the gusts are coming in and messing with the sound on the mic. I mean, it's getting dustier as this video progresses. But if you go to the web page that Phil has where you can enter the contest, you'll see he's got the rules listed, and he says, as of this posting, there's no deadline. So, but it's really that simple. You just pick a number 1 through 1 million. Whoever gets closest will win that beautiful pipe from WPC Pipes, Professor Walker, at WPCpipes.com. Enjoying this grouse more. I don't know that I'm getting all my messages on the phone here. Looks like I'm only getting messages from Cliff Higgins. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. That's funny. That's from The Price is Right, for those of you who aren't old enough to know. I guess it's right, because over here it looks like Cliff is yakking up a storm too. The Bob Barker treatment, as Donkey from Shrek would say. Yeah, Lake Charles has indeed been hammered. And I appreciate your church sending down some folks to help, brother. Thank you so much. Very tropical in my background, says Mark in Rhode Island. That is just the palm tree in my garden in the front of my house. And I have another one over here, one on each side of the house. And those palms will actually be cut, and we'll use them at my church for our Palm Sunday celebration. So they are both beautiful and serve multiple purposes. Not the least of which is they look nice, and little butterflies come and birdies or whatever else. I don't know. I'm not exactly the greatest gardener, but those palm trees will be cut down during Holy Week. Not the tree, but the branches from them will be chopped down and taken off and brought to church. Oh, you meant stormy looking. I thought you were talking about the palms. Yeah. I don't know how good the camera is on this laptop, but all you would be seeing there, if you could see, let's see if I can mess with it now. All you would see there is what you're seeing, basically, a gray sky. Both, okay. So I know I got two folks on smoking C&D Crooner, which got some deer tongue in it, and that was named for Bing, if I'm not mistaken. And I've got the Sammy Galwith Grousemore, and we've got Dixie beer in the house. Not that I'm having any. I've got the Canadian Dry Diet Ginger Ale. Codger Jim's with us. I will be safe, my friend. Pipes and Cigar Smoking Vets off till Saturday. Dropping the kiddos in her school bus. Okay. I'll tell you, Matt. Oh, by the way, you guys may not know this, but some guy named Matt, who's married to the beautiful Duchess, he has a birthday in 2 days, October the 30th. It will be Matt's birthday, and it was fun yesterday for midday prayer. I gave him a little shout out and gave him a birthday blessing too. I appreciate him tuning in and praying with us. So happy birthday, Matt. Mark in Rhode Island had Cowboy Coffee. I looked at that bottle, that jar this morning, and contemplated it. That's a really, really fine blend from the Country Squire. I like the heck out of that Cowboy Coffee. Carolina Red Flake, Jeff. Good choice. You're welcome, Matt. Pipe Smoking Cafe's got his Savinelli Oceano. I always, when I post about mine, I spell it Oceaneaux. Give it that little Cajun flair, Oceano. And 320's got vanilla custard going. That sounds yummy. How do you like that Oceano? I love mine. First of all, it's beautiful. But I don't mind an ugly pipe if it smokes well. So, in fact, I'd rather an ugly pipe that smokes well than a beautiful pipe that doesn't. But the Oceano is beautiful and it smokes well. And I kind of like blue. And I think that's why I like this particular Forever stem. This has got to be my favorite of the ones that I own. I don't know, 4 of them, maybe 5. This is just absolutely gorgeous. And I have not purchased any since, who is it? Vermont Are they called Vermont Freehand? Is that who took over the Forever stems? And I haven't gotten any since the new ownership, but not that I'm opposed to. At some point, I probably will. Gotta let the credit cards cool down for a moment, if you know what I mean. Roland, 1911 is with us. Vermont Freehand. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. Thought that's what it was, but this old feeble mind of mine. Okay, so it is 1:30, and certainly since I've been on for a half an hour or so, it had the gust. What I've noticed is the gusts have gotten stronger, and you might have even noticed a couple of times it seemed like the camera shook. That's just a gust coming through and pushing on the laptop. That's another airplane just overhead. Nothing to worry about. And you look, as long as they're taking off, the weather is still manageable. So that's another good kind of indication right now that it's not yet severe. I would imagine we're an hour, 90 minutes away from air traffic stopping. There comes a point where they're not going to let them take off anymore. Do you hear that? That's church bells, and it's not my church. I think it might be St. Christopher's up the street, but I don't know if you can hear it or not. But again, the meteorologist on TV was saying just a little while ago about 1:30, he thought things would really start to take a turn for the worse, and we would be under the full throttle of the storm by 3:30 till about 7:30. So we're about 2 hours away from that. And all I can tell you is that I've noticed, like right now, it's fairly peaceful. But what I've noticed is when okay, folks, I don't know what happened there. I noticed that I got an alert that I lost a connection, and this is probably just, this is something to come. We didn't lose power, I know that, but the internet could have just flaked out, and that's just the reality when strong winds start coming through. Those kinds of things happen. So what's probably going to end up happening is I'm going to have to get off the air, the virtual air, in just a few minutes. We're starting to get some drizzling coming through, and it's actually now kind of coming in this way. So it's getting on my arm, it's going to be getting on my pipe, and shortly I'll worry about it getting on the laptop and such. But let me look at some of these messages and get caught up. London Calling with Simon is with us. Hello. It must be, what, 7:30 or 8:30 where you are? Yeah, Jeff, I did lose the feed. I'm back, I think. Roland, yep, internet just said, and that's going to happen. Thankfully, it was just the internet, not power. Yep, back again, Cadre Jim, I'm back. Hunker down. That's exactly, it's 6:30 where you are. Okay, we're going to gain an hour this weekend. Saturday night when you go to bed, you move your clock back an hour. Daylight savings time will end. The joke around here is no one wants an extra hour of 2020, but we're going to get it. Technically, it happens at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, November 1, but that's good. You get it like a little extra hour of sleep. So, all right. According to the clock on the computer, it's 1:34, and I've been on for 35 minutes and 24 seconds. And again, like I said, when the gusts do come through, they're getting a little stronger each time, which is consistent with what the meteorologist on TV said a couple hours ago, that 1:30 would be when we start to kind of notice things going downhill. And we do have a light drizzle coming in now, and It's coming straight at the moment, straight down, but as the wind shifts, it starts coming my way too, and I think that's going to be the motivation to start to wrap things up so that I'm not getting wet, but more importantly, the computer's not getting wet, and I get my sorry booty inside, probably where I belong. I haven't noticed any lightning, and that's good. I don't like lightning. Mark in Rhode Island, I certainly will be safe. You betcha. Absolutely. All the best. Stay safe. Who is that? Demelria? Did I get that right? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you. Certainly. Cliff, I certainly appreciate your prayers, my brother. God bless you. Thank you. And thank you for prayers for my parish as well. Yes, Jeff, wouldn't that be nice? Be able to get together with the whole group, not just virtually right now with, a couple of dozen guys, but all together in one room where we don't have to wear a mask and can enjoy some black coffee or some Canadian dry ginger ale and a pipe. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and take this as an opportunity to thank each of you for taking a few minutes out of your lunchtime today, or dinner time if you're in London, Simon, and joining in. I appreciate the prayers for the area. Again, we're a couple of hours away, I think, from when we're going to start getting the worst of it. They said between 3:30 and 7:30 would be our time when the storm is actually moving over us, with the eye over our area around 6 o'clock or so. So appreciate all those prayers of concern. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little video up tomorrow just to let you guys know all is well over here. And again, it is a Cat 1, all things considered. Again, it's like, I don't want to downplay that. It's kind of like saying, well, it's just a mild heart attack, but it's a Cat 1. It's not like it's a Cat 5. And I think we're all gonna be okay. So get on over to the previous video that I uploaded, though. Find out more about my 5-year anniversary 1,000,000-minute watch time giveaway, grand prize from WPC Pipes, the Walker Pipe Company. That's Professor Walker. It's a beautiful pipe that he's donated for this celebration, and somebody is going to win it. All the rules on how to do that, you can find that on my previous video. So until we're together again, my pipe smoking friends, wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings. You guys take good care. This is going to say midday prayer. Ignore it. It's not midday prayer, okay?